How y'all doing? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Woo! I'm so happy at everyone that has been commenting on my YouTube videos, asking me where I've been, asking me when I'm gonna post again. And I'm here to let you know that I'm back. 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 I do feel really sorry that I kind of neglected my YouTube channel because this platform, YouTube specifically, has given me like so much and has helped my account grow, and the community, the roller skating, there's been ups, there's been downs, but you know what? Like, YouTube has always been that girl for me. But YouTube is also like really exhausting to make long form content like that. So it just takes a lot more out of me, which is why I stopped. So I have like a bunch of really cool videos that I've been editing and working and filming. And I didn't want to just post them all like nothing happened, because I feel like some of you guys do care, like, where the hell have I been? Because when my favorite YouTube creators have taken a break and kind of not said anything, I've always wanted to know, like, hey, what have you guys been up to? So even if just one person cares what I've been up to, then I'm making this video for you. I didn't go off the grid. Like, I've still been posting on Instagram and TikTok. I post on my Instagram on my stories like almost every day. So if you follow me on Instagram, love you. For a while there, my TikTok platform was growing a lot. And it's funny because like I look back at the videos that I was making when my account was growing a lot, and a lot of them had to do with me just kind of going on adventures by myself. I feel that when you like admire someone for the content and the things that they post online, it's usually people that are kind of like loners and stuff, which is why the internet is so like encouraging and such a positive place. Because like when you have no one to talk to like in real life, then you can hop on the internet and talk to people on there that are real too, but maybe they're just not like as accessible to you. So that is basically what was going on. The last video I posted was my Britney Spears roller skate video, which I really loved. I filmed that one with my sister, and it was tons of fun. I love finding random skates and like making a review on them. I was going through a lot of things, which is why kind of like posting got harder for me. So I'm here to tell you guys what I've been going through. The main thing is that I got a real job. You know, I had to clock in, guys, that 9 to 5. I don't know if you guys know this, but for a while, if you know, you know that one that starts with the letter O and ends with the letter F. Yeah. And I'm not ashamed of it, but now that I'm older, I kind of see like why it wasn't such a great idea. And a lot of this that I'm talking about, a lot of the things I went through literally had to do with my frontal cortex fully developing. And it is true that once you turn 25, 26, like your brain fully forms and you just kind of like understand and learn how to navigate things better. So that's what was happening with me. It's crazy that it's 2024 already, because I feel like I went through a lot on the internet on 2020, you know, with like the skate community, and then I had roommates, and then those roommates kind of kicked me out, so I had to move back to my parents' house. And then my parents had an RV, so I was like, let me just live on this RV. And then I got into a quick relationship, and that relationship turned into let's move in together, something that I've never done with a partner. And then I realized that I wasn't as connected to this partner as I thought I was, so I had to move out again. I was kind of like couch surfing for a minute. So I really needed like a lot of money. Like I needed like some little help, that I needed a boost basically. And well, since I already had a following and I was like proud of my body and stuff, I decided to show it off in that way. And well, so, you know, like a lot of people got curious and they subscribed, and then I was able to make like a bunch of money pretty fast. And I will say though, like if you are thinking about it, I'm just gonna say don't do it because people will only like initially really care in the beginning, because it's kind of like, whoa, like it's a surprise. Like now I'm curious, what do you look like with all those clothes off? So that's when, like, when you first start is when you get like the biggest chunk of it, and then as you keep going, you know, people are like, okay, I already saw, bye-bye, laters. And then it starts kind of like trickling down. And then I was being sponsored per video by my skate shop, but then that had to end due to like business, and which I was like kind of really hurt at the time, because I remember asking for a raise and explaining that my content was growing on TikTok, and that's also like a good platform, and if they were willing to kind of like pay me for that. And instead I got met with, well, no. Instead of, and then, okay, so instead of getting met with the raise that I thought I deserved, I was met with, actually, we can't even pay you the rate that we're giving you now, so we're gonna have to like cut it in half if you still want to be making videos. And I don't know if you've ever tried to make a YouTube video that includes like hair, makeup, location, product, editing, giving some money to people that film you. Like it's a lot of work, and I was just like, I'm not down to do that. Like I already felt like I was doing so much that like getting half of that was just like offensive to me, and that kind of like discouraged me a lot. Like I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the biggest factors. So I had to get like a regular job, because at this point I had moved into my first apartment, which I think I do have a couple videos of me in my apartment. And I was just like, you know what, like I love my apartment and I will do anything it takes to not lose this, because once you live by yourself, like it's so good. Like I went from living with 7 roommates. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other roommates, 7 including me, to just me. And oh my god. So yeah, I basically went from living with 6 other people to living by myself and like accepting my peace. And then I had also like, I had gotten back together with a boyfriend that I was with for a long time, so it was just cool to have like kind of like our own privacy. And then yeah, like I needed to get a new job, so I started working with my dad. And at first I was coming in to that position as like a social media person, but then their main office person had to leave, so then they were like, why don't you do this too, when, you know, we'll pay you more. So that's what I've been doing. And it's cool because the hours are not hard, the job is not hard. So I can still be creative. It's just I need to manage my like energy levels more. So yeah, and also like during that time, my timeline is going like all over the place, but this is just like a summary of things that have happened. So I hope you guys still enjoy whatever I'm saying. But I was very lonely, I want to say, like during the last time that I filmed that Britney Spears video. And then when I broke up with my boyfriend at the time for like the billionth time, but this time we were just like, yeah, it's not gonna work. Because it was nice to reconnect after like a year or two of just like not speaking. I was getting like super vivid dreams of him, And my delusional ass was like, I need to reach out. This is a sign. Which, like, in retrospect, like, it was a sign. It was just kind of like I needed to know that this was not the person for me, because my feelings were so fucking strong. Sorry. My feelings were so strong towards him. And, you know, like, we met up and, like, the passion was still there. But, like, as we moved on, I think it was like a year, I want to say, or like, we just realized that we weren't as compatible. We didn't want the same things out in life. And, you know, like, now we're older. So if you're with someone and you don't want the same things, then it's not worth it. And it was very hard. And we did go through some traumatic things together. But, you know, it was for the best. And I wish him the best. And also, like, as I get older, I can kind of, like, because he was, like, 2 or 3 years older than me. No, I think 2 years older than me. But, like, 2 years makes a huge difference. So I was kind of, like, able to understand the kind of person and the kind of decisions that he made that I didn't agree with. And it's just, like, a lot of reflecting. So yeah, I did get kind of, like, depressed in my house. And it was, like, right when I moved into my new apartment. So I was, like, very lonely, and I just didn't feel like making content anymore. And so then my sister also got into a relationship, and me and my sister were, like, best friends. We would make all the content together. But now, because she's in a relationship, you know, she's not spending as much time with me, which is, like, totally understandable. But yeah, I just felt really lonely. So with all that loneliness, I kind of was forcing myself to go on, like, these little adventures, and I was posting them on TikTok because it was just easy to post, like, a little, like, 1-minute vlog versus, like, a whole YouTube video. And with YouTube, you know, you want to have more context, more information, and I just wasn't able to, like, spit that out and, like, have the energy to edit. So I just stopped posting. And then I always say too, like, some people will be like, guys, I'm taking a social media break, like, I won't be on here. And then, like, 2 days later, they're like, actually, I'm back. So I always felt like if you actually really needed to take a social media break, just take it. And that's kind of like what I did with YouTube. And yeah, I was still posting on Instagram and stuff. And then, I don't know if you guys were aware, but my best friend Scarlett, so after 2020, she kind of, like, just went off the grid. And, you know, she was in a lot of my YouTube videos, I want to say. She's in my first YouTube video ever. So it was kind of, like, hard too. People were always asking, like, where she was, and I didn't know because she was off the grid. That was her choice. And I did try to reach out to her, like, during that time, but she wasn't responding. So I was like, she either blocked me or whatever, or she just isn't ready. Turns out she wasn't ready. Why did I bring that up? Yeah, so I guess during this time that I was lonely, like, I didn't have my sister, I didn't have my best friend, I didn't have the boy who I thought was the love of my life. So I'm just like, bro. And it was hard because, like, I had wanted to get my own apartment. It was such a huge goal of mine. And then I got it, and then everything happened, and I was just like, why am I not happy? Like, it sucks when you get something that you've been wanting for so long. Like, I remember journaling about it and just, like, manifesting it and hoping, dreaming, and then I got it, and then, like, I had all these circumstances, and then I kind of I was just kind of, like, depressed. I couldn't get up. And I also read too that, like, when your body has been, like, in fight or flight mode, like, when your body has been going through so much and you finally get a period of, it's okay, you're safe, you just want to rest. You just want to, like, take it easy and chill out and be lazy and do nothing. And that's what I was going through. So yeah. And then I met Elida, which she's, like, a new character on my channel, I want to say. But I met her at a skate meetup. And she was pretty cool. And it's so funny because she like knew who I was, but she didn't trust influencers or like internet personalities. And I didn't know her. So I was just like talking to her, like whatever. And then basically she was like, okay, I trust you. Like, let's hang out. And I was like, okay. And because I needed friends. And the more I hung out with her, I was like, bitch, why are we the same person? Like, we just connected on so many things. I think the thing that we connected on the most is that we're both older sisters to Gemini little sisters. Like, how funny is that? And then like we both are Mexican, kind of like from the same city in Mexico. So she is 1 year older than me, which I like appreciate, because if you're like an older sister, sometimes you need someone. Oops. So when you're used to being like the big sister, sometimes it feels good to rely on someone that's also like older than you and like they know what it's like. So we got really close, and we would just talk so much. Like, we can have 4-hour long phone calls. And like for the longest time we were like, we should have a podcast. Like, why not? Like, podcasting is a thing now. Like, should we do it? Let's do it. What are we going to be called? What's our logo going to be? And we finally did it. We jumped the gun. We went to Guitar Center. We got like the podcast equipment and we started our podcast. And it actually went through like a little bit of a rebranding, because we called it first Between the Skates, because we wanted to talk about things that were not just skating. Like, if you've ever met a skater and then like you find out that they're a teacher or a nurse or something, like I think it's so fascinating. So we were like, let's talk about things like that are also like between the skates, you know? And like yes, you're a skater, but what else? What else about you? Because you're a fascinating person and you're so kind and caring. And that was kind of like the gist of it. But then we thought that like having skates in the title is going to make people think that we're mostly like a skate podcast, and like that's not what we are. We want to talk about real life things because we are so close in age, and we also want to talk about kind of like this age that I'm at. So right now I'm 28, and when I started YouTube I was 22, 23. So I've kind of grown up a little bit, you know, and at this age, you know, I'm getting close to enter my 30s. A lot of things change, you know, you get more responsibilities, like your relationship with your parents, your siblings change. All of my siblings are like officially adults, like it's crazy. And luckily I get to see my parents every day because of the job, but if I didn't, like, how would I be handling that? And so, yeah, like we wanted to talk about that. And our new podcast name is called Vibrant Moves, because we're all making moves, you know, and like we want to keep that childlike joy alive. Like, we want to do things with excitement and energy and like love and creativity. And all that just makes you a very vibrant person. And we both have like vibrant hair. So that's our thing. And I'm really excited to go more into depth with our podcast. The only thing that sucks is that my homegirl moved 2 hours away from me. So she lives in Santa Barbara now. And she's married. So it's been kind of hard to just meet up whenever and film and edit and stuff. But we are working on it. And you know, she's like so smart, and I just like appreciate her opinion so much. And she loves how creative I am, so we are like balanced out pretty well. And I'm just so happy to have her in my life, and I'm very grateful. And she has really shown me like what it means to be a great friend. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Like, she has done so much for me that like, she has taught me that I deserve better. Why am I crying? Oh my God, hold up. I don't even have a tissue. Oh my God, I saw Drew follow like dabbing her tears with a beauty blender. I'm not a crybaby, I promise. But yeah, she's someone that's very special to me, and I'm really glad to be working with her, like, in a business sense, because, like, she's real as fuck. She keeps it real with me. But, yeah. Woo! Lord, did they drain me. Last year, after a year of ending things with that one boyfriend that I had for a long time, I was like, I'm gonna be celibate for 1 year and, like, no talking, texting anyone, right? So then I meet this guy that was friends with Elida, and he was my friend too. And then he starts, like, asking me out and stuff, and kind of, like, trying to get with me. And, I was like, you know what, like, fuck it, like, why not? And we were just not a good match. He was kind of, like, really weird and, like, psychotic, but it's okay. But I do, so, like, during the whole pandemic, I never got COVID, and I got COVID last year. And while he was, like, my boyfriend officially, and this fool, like, did not give a fuck about me getting COVID. And Elida, like, all the way from Santa Barbara, or I think she was in Ventura at the time, but she sent me a care package from, like, those, like, Target like, deliveries or whatever, like, with teas, with cough syrup, cough drops, like, all this shit, like. And my boyfriend at the time literally could not give a fuck if I lived or died. So I just think it's so important to have those friends that actually treat you with kindness and love. And, like, if your friends are treating you better than your boyfriend, like, that's not a good boyfriend. Like, your boyfriend should be competing with your friends, but not competing, but, like, seeing that you hold people to a higher level. And that's something that I've been learning too a lot, like, now that I grow up, is to just, like, hold people to a higher standard, because, like, I would do that for you. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've been getting more picky with, like, people that I allow into my life, and I just, like, I want people to care about me the way that I care about people, because I am so loving and I will do anything for my friends. And you need to have those kind of people back, or you need to have those people, like, in your corner as well. Like, we thrive off community. We cannot live by ourselves. So, yeah. And then last year, Scarlett came back from being missing in action. Like, homegirl was MIA. So at first she, like, popped on her Instagram, like, out of nowhere, being like, I'm back. And of course I saw it, because people were like, oh my God, did you see that she's back? Oh my God. And I was like, what? Like, girl, where have you been? You know what I mean? But I didn't reach out to her, because I was still kind of hurt that, like, I had reached out to her during that time and she didn't reach out back to me. So I was just kind of like, okay, until she finally reached out to me. And I was just like, okay, like, I'm willing to talk and hear you out, because I'm curious, like, I loved you, bitch. Like, what happened? Like, I need to know what happened and what you have been doing. So we spoke, and then it was through her actions after that I was like, okay, like, maybe she does want to be in my life. Maybe she's someone I can trust with. And so it was just, like, these little things and these actions that she kept doing that proved to me that she was someone that I wanted to have back in my life, because, we had issues where she had done something wrong, and because I'm her best friend, I was just, like, defending her. But it's also like, girl, like, are you gonna be standing up for me as well? And she has shown me that she, like, is loyal. She's willing to, like, help me out with anything. She was very close with my family, so the fact that she's still respectful and caring for them, like, meant a lot to me. And we just started hanging out and, becoming close, and she's just, like, someone that I love so much. And I'm gonna cry again. Like, the things that I can talk to her about, she knows me so well. Like, I think she knows some of, like, my darkest, deepest secrets. She knows how I feel. Like, I know that I can call her whenever and she'll be down for me. So Because I'm the same way with her, you know, like I would do the same thing for her. But I think I'm getting so emotional because I've been single for like a while now after that whole other guy situation happened. And, you know, like we talk about romantic love all the time and like how you need it and stuff. But platonic love with your girlfriends, your girly pops, is so important. And I just like, I would be fucking depressed in a bed right now if it wasn't for those two. And, you know, like they inspire me so much. And I know that I inspire them. And like, to inspire people, I'm literally... The best way to inspire people is to just really like love and care for yourself. And then when other people see that you're loving and caring for yourself, they're going to want to do the same things for themselves. So I can like sit down here and shout to the world like, you need to eat better, you need to exercise, you need to read a book. But it's when I'm eating better, I'm exercising, and I'm reading a book, like just on my own like count, that people can be like, oh my gosh, she's doing that for herself, like let me go do it today. Or I saw her reading a book today, like I'm probably gonna go read it. Or oh, like we all have each other on the freaking Apple Watch, and we say this all the time. Like I'll just be like, okay, like let me start a skating workout, and then I finish, and then they would be like, oh my god, I saw that you were skating and I wanted to go skate. So like things like that help your community out so much. Oh, I'm getting makeup all over my shirt. Oh my god. All this to say is that I'm having like a very reflective moment in this time of my life. And I want to get back to sharing joy. I want to get back to sharing experiences, meeting with people. Like I'm okay now knowing that like not everyone that enters your life has to be there forever. Like sometimes they're just like a season 3 character, you know, like sometimes they're just there for a little bit, and you find out that you guys are not as compatible as you thought, and it's okay to not have those people around, you know. Like there was another person that I don't really like talking about this, but we were good friends, so I thought, and they kind of just like didn't support me how I was supporting them, and they were just kind of taking advantage of me. And I was like, this is not cool. Like I'm not gonna stand for it. Like you say you want to be friends, you say you want to do like all these things, but when it comes to you being there for me and you supporting me and you being happy for me, you're not showing that. And I just can't be dragging a person like that around, especially when they're rude and mean to my family and just like disrespectful. Like I'm not gonna stand for that. And I'm sorry, like we were out on the same page at one point, but now we're not. So, yeah, you guys, like, I'm really happy to be back. I have found myself, like, I spend so much time on YouTube. People really ask me too, like, how do you start on YouTube, or how did you do it? And I think like with any other like social media apps, you need to spend time on that app and see what people are doing, like see the content that you want to make, but also realize that there is room for you and make the content you want to see. Like I have been watching so many of Jenna Marbles' old videos, and she has literally been my number one YouTube inspiration for years and years and years. Like I want to be Jenna Marbles. So like she's just in her house dressing up, doing her makeup, putting 100 layers of lipstick on her face and chilling out with her dogs. Like that's what I'm trying to be. So if you guys have been worried about me, like I'm doing really well right now. I want to grow. Like I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I had my time, I had my stagnation, but I want to be back here and I want to grow with you guys. I think, you know, if you've ever been on social media, numbers do get to you. I'm not gonna lie, like numbers do get to you. So I think that like I want to start making goals. Like I want to have 200 videos on my platform, because the other day I literally counted every single video that I had, And I was like, wait, how many videos have I posted on here? And I had already posted like 100. Like, there's 100 videos on my channel. That's crazy. Like, over a couple years too. So I want to have 200 videos on my channel. I can't promise right now that I'll have like a new video each week or something, but that's always the goal. Like, right now I'm literally parked outside of a library because I love being in a library environment, and I'm gonna go edit. I need to check if they close at 5 or 8. I hope they close at 8 because it's already 5. But yeah, guys, I want to get back on here and share parts of my life, things that I've been learning, and I hope that you will accept me and keep watching and just being super freaking cool. Like, YouTube audience is not like any other audience. And if you guys have any suggestions of things you want to see on my channel, I will do them. I am going to start a beginner skater series about street skating because that has been my favorite type of skating. I love just putting on my skates and going on little side missions. I love a little side mission, you know? Or I love being able to skate in my city and like go somewhere and not have to use my car, you know? Like, I'm trying to be more eco-conscious, but it's more for like my mental health and my little like sense of accomplishment, you know? Like, the other day I went to go get my nails done and I skated to the nail place and it was so cool. And then after, I was just skating around and I had a great time. And, you know, I want to experience more things. Like, I believe in the universe. I believe in good karma. I believe in luck, but I also like believe in like staying ready and working hard, so when like that opportunity comes, you'll be ready. So yeah, I just want to be out there skating, teaching you guys how to skate too. I feel like I in the past I kind of like I stayed away from tutorials because I felt like other people had tutorials already that were like better, but like I'm just gonna go ahead and do them. I'm still gonna do skate reviews too because I love skate reviews, and then like a skate collection video is coming for sure because I moved again. So after my first apartment, I got to move to this really cool apartment that's like super vintage and 70s, and it's just like I love it so much. And that came from an opportunity. Like, I was not looking to move, but it was handed to me, and I was like, you know what? I have been feeling pretty stagnant in this spot, and I'm going to be in a better location with really cool neighbors. Like, hell yeah. The space is a little bit smaller, but I just need to like get rid of stuff. Oh my God. So I have like all of my skates in a box, and I'm like, I need to do this skate collection video because I know a lot of you guys are curious to see it. And yeah, thank you guys for supporting me in this new journey. I hope you'll be with me in this new journey. Subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hearing me out. Sorry I cried. I'm just grateful, and I'm in a really good spot in my life. And I'm just like waiting for things to get even more better, you know? Like, there's that one saying that says, or I guess it's an affirmation that says, universe, show me how good it can get. And that's what I'm hoping with this YouTube channel. And if you guys want to watch the first episode of our podcast, I'm going to have it linked below. Again, more videos are coming with that. We're going to have just a lot of business things that I'm really excited about because I have had like an Etsy store, and it got really overwhelming for me. But I feel like this year, with my brain fully done cooking, it's gonna get better. I'm gonna be a better business person, content creator, friend, listener, mom to my dog. I still have my dog, but maybe I want to get like another pet. I'm not sure. We'll see. If I do, you guys will be the first ones to know. So yeah, before this gets any longer, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.